So as a kid, I was really fascinated by space. Like a lot of kids, I had books on astronomy and I found them really interesting. And I love Star Trek, which is another reason a lot of people get interested in science. But I also just had a very mathematical bent, and to me math was really fascinating and fun to play with. And when I realized that you could apply math to the world around us and understand it, that just really appealed to me. When I went to college, I did try out some different subjects, but I was drawn back to physics every time because it was clear, simple rules that could be broadly applied to understand a wide variety of things. And to me, that fundamental nature of physics is super appealing. And then the fact that you can take that physics and apply it to these objects that are so far away, so much of the universe we'll never visit, and yet using simply light, we can understand things about the universe like there are planets around other stars. The universe is expanding, but it's speeding up in its expansion. Galaxies were formed 10 billion years ago in the early universe, and how did that happen? The fact that we can do all of that is, to me, amazing. So to me, that's the wonder and fascination of physics and astronomy, and I just love that. I was always interested in teaching going back to my days as an undergraduate. So when I was in college, I used to tutor other students and found it really rewarding to help somebody sort of get that moment of, I see how this works, aha. Then when I got to graduate school, I volunteered at a minority engineering program to tutor students in that program as well, and just realized over the years that everywhere I went, I'd always found a way to teach students. Teaching, like any other subject, is something you can learn to do better, and there can be research about what makes better learning for the students than other techniques. I began to do research into how students learn best, and by doing that discovered that interaction, having students actually actively talk to each other and interact in a classroom, promotes learning significantly better than simply lecture alone. So I realized that we have a huge access and inclusion problem in our fields of physics and astronomy, the two fields I work in. So CalBridge is a program which is a partnership between the California State University system and the University of California system to increase the number of physics and astronomy students from the Cal States going on for PhDs in those fields. The number of PhDs going to women and underrepresented minorities in this country is quite low in those fields relative to the population and even relative to other parts of STEM. Innovative ways to help increase those numbers is a national issue that the whole field of physics and astronomy and STEM at large is addressing. So what we do in this program is we select students who we feel have some kind of potential to succeed but maybe aren't getting the support they need to do so. We give them financial aid so that they can stop working. Then we give them a mentorship, but we give them two mentors, one from the Cal State that they're from and one from the University of California. So they have two people guiding them for the last 2 years of their college career. Then we have workshops which are designed to help them prepare for applying to graduate schools. And then finally we provide research experiences in the summer through our sister program, Compare, which allows us to place people at about a dozen major research institutions across the country. So those four pillars allow us to basically see students who would otherwise may not have succeeded to go on to graduate school or even graduate and go on to graduate school quite successfully. It's obviously a huge honor to be recognized in this way, to get the award, the Provost Award for Teaching Excellence. It is a public acknowledgement of some of the things that I've been doing over the years that I felt very proud of, but it's still nice to have other people single them out as being really worthwhile and important. It was a huge deal to my family. They, of course, were very excited to hear about it, and so it's fun to be able to share with people in my life who don't really necessarily know in detail what I do, but if they know I won an award, that helps them realize, oh, okay, so this is a big deal, and that was kind of fun too.